Good morning, everyone. This is M4J Watt Replays, and we have three more replays for you here today. This first one is the Batchat 25 TAP, the Tier 9 French light tank, and this is being driven by D_O. We do see quite a lot of DO here on this channel. He seems to be quite a lot of replays. But I will say this, if you guys would start sending me more replays, then it wouldn't just be D_O all the time. So just wanted to say that right quick. But he's doing the right thing in the French light tank, being a sneaky little person, going up and spotting, takes a few unnecessary shots trying to get the Indian Panzer, but he has spotted all 7 of the enemy team, and now he's just going to sit here and see if he can't get some damage out from behind this bush. That's what these French light tanks are all about. I love playing my AMX ELC biscuit, as I call it, because it's just so sneaky. Well, I don't really ever do too much damage in it. I can just go up, find a bush, spot the enemies, and relocate. But that's what these French light tanks are all about. And he is doing a superb job of spotting the enemy team. At the moment, he is being proxy spotted by those guys just on the other side of the ridge there. But he's going to try to get some shots on this Object 704. It's not exactly going to happen. He's taken enough shots from the Indian Panzer and a few other guys as it is. There's the 2 tank destroyers and the M46 Patton on the enemy team. So he's going to sit here and wait for one of them to maybe poke around the corner, but they're not going to do that. So instead, he's going to poke around the corner. It gets proxy spotted there. So he does need to be careful. All 3 of these tanks really want to shoot him. And if the ISU and the WZ shoot him, then he will be dead. So the ISU just fired there. The IS-6 starts coming around the corner. He's going to let him take some shots. He's turned around here. As you can see, the IS-6 is taking a shot, so he's going to come out and start targeting the ISU, who is at lower health. Kills him, and now he's going to get one shot on this WZ-120, goes for the track, and now he is going to back up around this ridge, reload his magazine, and try to reset his camo. And he's going to go right back to this bush again and see if he can get that Action X Resolute. He can, so he's going to go 1 for the lower plate, reload, maybe he can get a second one off, and fortunately he doesn't penetrate that one, but the Action X actually doesn't spot him, so he's able to put a 3rd round into his lower plate. Now he needs to he's just going to sit here, finish reloading, and he's going to go for a few more shots on this Action X, who has not moved yet. So he's going to put one more in his lower plate, reload, puts another one, and now he is finally spotted, and he gets the 3rd one off, and unfortunately the Action X is left at only 53 health. It's now a 2 versus 3. He needs to be careful. The Object 704, as far as I know, is still at full health. He's over at base B, just saw that start to be capped. M46 Patton still spotted. Action X Resolute still up there. No idea what he's doing. So he's going to come around and go for this M46. The KV4 kills the Action X. He puts his 2nd round into the M46 and takes him out with his 3rd round. So now he's going to go back behind here, reload, and reset his camo again. His KV4, I don't exactly know what his KV4 is doing. But the KV4, he's going to let his KV4 take that shot from the Object 704. There goes his KV4 now. The Object 704 is on a reload. He has around 10 seconds now in order to get over there, get around the Object 704, and pump in his magazine. So he gets 1 round there. Hopefully he can put another round into there, and he's going to be risky. He's going to drive out in front, takes a shot, and is able to clear him. And fortunately for him, the Object 704 didn't use HE. But very, very well played there from D_O and the Batchat 25 TAP. 4,832 damage, 3 kills, and a well-deserved ace. And next up, we are watching Mrbartmcfergin driving the Eraser BP44. This tank, it actually has somewhat better armor than the AR-44. Not much, just slightly better. 10 degrees of gun depression. I did a review on it earlier. If you want to go check that out, you can. But it's a pretty good tank. I don't like having to fight these things because it's got that 105mm gun. AR-44s are hard enough to fight as it is, because they are a very good tank. Frankly, the 90mm DCA-45 is a better gun than the 105mm gun, but both of these are very intimidating to have to fight if you are in a lower penetration tank. But so that Leopard there, I have no idea what he is doing, but he is just getting absolutely destroyed. So he's going to ignore him. He's going to poke up here and go for this KV-1S, this poor stock KV-1S. Takes a shot there from the STRV-74, so he's going to pay him more attention now, rather than this KV-1S, because the KV-1S, it's stock, doesn't have great penetration, and even worse DPM. It even has the stock 75mm gun, so yeah, you can pretty much just ignore that KV. Anyways, he gets another round to that KV's turret, and he's trying to decide here what should he do, clear the low health target or go for this STRV-74, and he's going to go for the STRV. He gets a nice bounce there. He's going to back up so that he can get his gun all the way down. Poke forward again, gets another shot, or gets a shot there into the STRV, bounces another one, and now again he is going to back up and use this bunker as some hard cover, and I do apologize for the background noise. So he's going to poke forward here. Instead of going for the KB, he's actually going to go for this AT2 Scapola. I would probably push forward a little more, but he does get a nice shot there into that Cupola. So he's going to, again, back up, wait. The medium tanks, except for this STRV, are not paying him any mind. So what's he going to do? He's going to go for this STRV, gets a shot there into his side, and puts him down to a one shot if he can high roll. So he needs to turn, he's got his side facing this STRV, who's making a somewhat stupid suicide run. He doesn't penetrate that shot there on his track. He takes a shot from the STRV, and his SU is actually not going to take him out. He's going to turn over, kill the STRV, and now turn his attention back to the KV-2 and the other STRV N42. So he's going to, again, back up, hide behind this cover, and the STRV-42 is not looking at him, so he's going to poke around the corner. I personally would probably have loaded up the HE right there, but he fired armor piercing into his side and still put him down to a one-shot. So he's going to back up. The STRV flunks his shot up there, so he's going to continue pushing around here. He does need to be careful of that KV-2 though. So he comes up, clears the STRV, starts lagging out a little bit there, and now this enemy KV-2 is really wanting to look at this juicy eraser. But fortunately for him, the KV-2 is also stock. He has the 122mm gun, and now I'm starting to feel bad for this KV-2 as well as the KV-1S. But he's up in his face. It's a 2 versus 2. He's going to get a shot there onto that KV, bounces another heat round from him. His platoon mate gets cleared by the VK30.01D, and now he is just face-hugging this KV. Maybe he can reload before the KV can. Yes, he can. Takes him down, and now it's just this VK30 at a one-shot. So he's going to turn around here, push forward over this cliff, and use his 10 degrees of gun depression to get his gun down. There's the VK30, turns, fires, and takes him out. But a very nice game there, and the Eraser BP44 managed to block 1,100 damage, get 5 kills, and 3,120 damage, and a well-deserved ace again. And next up we have the Studer Emil on Copperfield. I absolutely adore this TD. Terrible side armor, terrible rear armor, beautiful gun, 15 degrees of gun depression, 246mm penetration, great accuracy, great aim time. The gun is what this tank is all about. Very slow, practically no armor whatsoever, although you can get occasional troll bounces on the gun mantlet. But so it's strictly a sniping tank. You can go second line, but I try to stay back behind the lines and use my gun depression and snipe in some crazy positions. But so they're Helsing. YOLO's out there, gets taken out real quick, and now I'm going to start pushing forward here along this flank and see if I can't get any side shots there on the enemy team. There is the enemy KV-3. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, so I'm going to poke around the corner and see if I can't get a shot there on his front, and fortunately he is AFK. So we get a 464 roll into him, but I see he's AFK, so we're going to ignore him. Now, I do know I am taking a risk here because he could come back at any time, but he's AFK, So we're not going to bother with AFK. We're going to go for the targets that we can actually hit across the enemy team that are moving around and doing something. So we take out that Type 64 right away. We're going to see if we can't get a shot here on this Leo, get a nice 478 shot into his track and take it off. But now we are going to back up. The only disadvantage about my position here is that I'm being continually spotted. We're going to go for a blind shot there. He gets spotted. We missed that shot, started lagging here. But again, we are being spotted by this KB3, but he is AFK. I'm not going to worry about him. He may come back, but I'm not going to bother shooting him unless I don't have any shots. And I don't have any shots now, so we're going to turn towards him. And we're going to start farming this AFK. Get a bit of a low roll there. But again, we're just going to farm him. And as soon as anybody is spotted on the enemy team, we will start shooting them. So we get another round into this KV3 here. And now we are going to reload and take him out. Finally, our team is deciding to start capturing base A. Nobody on either team is wanting to capture anything. Now they're going to capture base C. So we're going to start, we're going to finish reloading here, reset our camo. Now that the KV3 is dead, we won't be continually spotted. And now we're going to push out. But the SU-100 gets a nasty shot into us. Fortunately, it was only splash damage. But we were able to hit him much harder than he was able to hit us. So we're just going to reload here, poke back out, see if we can't go for a blind shot here in that Leo, but there he is. So we're going to go for a shot over that ridge, get a high roll, take him out, and now we're going to, again, back up and reset our camo. And that Leo, he's going to start raging now. Poor Leo. He doesn't realize that accurate gun, turret sticking over a ridge equals dead Leo. Now, it's a 2 versus 2. They have their SU-152 he's a one shot away from me. I go for a blind shot there. Our KV2 is starting to push in now, but he needs to be careful because the SU-100Y can hurt him pretty badly, and the SU-100 or SU-152 can kill him. KV2 clears the SU-100Y, and now I am going to tell him to hold his position. We're going to be communicating very well here, and this is one of the big reasons I really like this battle. I'm telling him, don't push too far. Spot him, but don't push too far. Draw him out, and I will take the shot. I think he's a one shot is what I said, because I do believe that I hit that blind shot. Leo, he's trying to tell us to just wait it out. KV2, he's typing. He says, "You covering me?" Yes. So here's what we're going to do. Well, our plan was for him to come up, spot that SU-152, and I would be able to take him out with hopefully an HE round, depending on what health he was left. He said he's going left. That's good. He's communicating with the TDs. He's going to push up, see if he can't spot the SU, and there he is, and I should have loaded HE, but I didn't, and I ended up bouncing off of his gun mantlet. And apparently that blind shot that I fired earlier did end up hitting him after all. So I've got the HE loaded. I know the SU is not going to be stupid enough to poke out that same spot. Tell the KB to hold his position while I relocate. Don't push, relocating. So we're just going to slowly chug along here in our Studer Emil. And for those of you who don't have it, you can see exactly how slow it goes. Nowhere near as slow as the ATs at their 20 kilometers an hour, but 25 is still pretty slow. So I'm coming around here to this bush, excuse me, hoping that he can spot him, but he is not going to spot him quite just yet, and I realize I'm not going to be able to have a shot if he does. That SU is no longer going to be out in the open, so tell him to hold the position. I'm going to push up and hopefully be able to take him out. So we're going to push up this hill right here. He's going to sit there and capture base B. The SU is not going to want to push on that KV because both of them are one shots. They're going to try to bait each other. So I'm going to push up this hill right here, try to get some HE there on the SU-152. He spots me. I turn. He starts turning towards me, but we are able to splash him and take him out. But big shout out to that KV2 there, the Wolf of Death, for that good teamwork. Managed to pull off 3,651 damage, 4 kills on our Studer Emil, and got a ace as well. But that is all for today, folks. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And be sure to check out some of the other videos as well. This is M4J Watt Replays, over and out.